Hello everyone, this is Domino and welcome to another episode of Domino's Diecast. Today I'm going to be featuring yet another one of my German cars in my collection. This is the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 190 SL Roadster. This car is the second car I ever bought in my collection. That's why I'm showing it as the next one. I actually really love this one very much. It's been around with me for a little while. It has a few little dings and stuff in it, but I never played with it, unlike my previous one that I had featured in the last episode. This is actually a particularly rare model made by, I believe the company is called Maisto, or Maisto, probably Maisto. I believe they're still around, possibly. I wanted the white one with the red interior because it was the most eye-catching to me. I really loved the way it looked. Now, a little story about this car. I remember back when I was in school years, because I bought this car back in the 90s. Back when I was in school years, there was, you remember like in certain classes when they would do the classic show and tell thing? Well, I remember it was a show and tell once, and mind you, I never took my cars to school. They never left my room, and this is one other reason why. I remember there was this other kid there, and he had this exact model, except his was black. It was black with red interior, I believe. It's just similar to how mine is white with red interior. It was the same model, just a different color scheme. And I remember thinking to myself, after looking at it, because he brought it in for a little show and tell, and it was in terrible condition. Like, it was all scratched up and banged around and everything. And after he got done talking about it, he dropped it on the floor and broke the door off on the driver's side. And when I went back home to my own little Mercedes, I just felt so, I don't want to say selfishly proud that I took care of my car, but I was just glad that mine was in good condition. But yes, that's the little story about that. I've had this car for a little while, just like my Volkswagen, being the second car that I bought, like I mentioned. I particularly do love German cars, especially classic German cars, very much. Just as much as I love American classics. Now, the hood does open, in fact. It opens this way. And there you can see the engine detail. And there we are. Very nicely made. The doors open, of course, so that you can see the interior and all the glorious details. I love that Mercedes symbol on the steering wheel. The Mercedes-Benz symbol in general is just so iconic. I love it. Anytime you see a car with the Mercedes-Benz symbol on it, you know what it is. They really chose a really unique ornament for their cars. The trunk opens too, although it's a little bit tricky. Oh, I used to be able to get this open real easily, but in time. Okay, I just have to open it that way. And we have a spare tire in here too, which I believe is also removable, but I won't take it out for right now because it's kind of tricky to put it back in. Nice little trunk space. Here is the fueling cap right there. And there you go, right on there. 190 SL. Printed on the trunk. Beautiful car, made for its time. Definitely don't make them like this anymore. Just love the kind of swooping back fenders back here. You can see how Mercedes, you know, back in the 50s, cars really had really long, large tail fins over here in America. Mercedes still love to be classy. They still love to have sleek back looking vehicles. It made them look faster and more aerodynamic. Driving down this in America, people knew you were important, driving an import. Only the wealthy elite of Hollywood would drive around in Mercedes back in the 50s. The hood does not go up. It didn't come with a optional hood either. This is a permanent convertible model. Some cars did feature a removable top. This one, however, does not. Interesting enough, only one mirror, the driver's side mirror right here. And it's not that this one is missing on the passenger side, it's just they didn't have one back then. It wasn't important enough. It was only for the driver. Another thing about cars in the 50s, obviously you think about all the chrome that was all over the cars, and Mercedes had very little use of chrome, although they did accent it in very nice places. That really made the car still stand out and look beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'll be having more cars uploaded in the next upcoming videos, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.